Welcome to day 65 of the 300 Movie Challenge. Today we watched the highest grossing film of October 1999, which was Three Kings.
You sound so unsure.
I don't know how I feel about the movie.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't quite know either. I'm sorry about if there are any noises in the background. We just had a major snowstorm. So,
So you
I'm
may
sorry.
hear
Try-
snow
try
plows
to
in the
ignore it.
background.
Hopefully
Yeah.
there'll be a dramatic score to, drown that out.
I mean, I guess if nothing else, they had good heist music in this one, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess going into this, I thought that it would be, when I saw that it was a satire and everything, I kind of thought it would be more dumb than I anticipated, especially with the beginning.
Yeah,
The
like,
beginning made everyone out to be like dude bros, and you're just like, oh no.
yeah. But by the end of it, like, the last couple of scenes were pretty good,
Yeah.
actually.
I remember, at least myself, kind of. I mean, actually, I will say it is paced well, even though it's a little bit long. It's about 2 hours. It didn't feel that long, so
Mhm.
I only checked the time like when there's about 30 minutes left, and so I was kind of. So I'm guessing about halfway through, but I don't even know. But I felt about halfway through the movie, I was kind of like, "What's the point?"
Yeah.
But then I
Yeah.
feel like after that, there started to be a point.
Yeah.
I don't know. The beginning of the movie, it kind of feels a bit disjointed, and there's like, what's happening? But like, I don't know. It seems to kind of form around something. And
It's almost like the first half of the movie and the second half of the movie are two completely different films,
Yeah, I agree
almost.
with that. Like, if you watched the first half of the movie and you didn't watch the second half, you would have thought it was a completely different film than from the second half of the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's like maybe one or two setup things that are important in the first half with like the rebel
Like,
guy
why
and his
they're
daughter.
in the village in the first place and everything.
Yeah, but that's about it for
Mhm.
the first half. And then the second half is more like a rescue mission, it seemed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
It
Both
is.
of, like, the people and then of later their friend, too, that got captured.
Yeah.
And then again back to the people, sort of with the ending.
Yeah.
It was Yeah, I will say kind of. At first, I thought they were trying to go like the Pulp Fiction route, where kind of like every character is like kind of a dick.
Mm.
And like they
Yeah.
still kind of are, but again, it's like they're not. Well, they're not like dicks. It's more just that they're not the nicest people. So
Yeah.
they make mistakes and they're kind of selfish in stuff regard. But it's in a believable way, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel
It's
like
not
these
like-
characters are unrealistic or something.
Yeah.
It's not like the previous film, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this case, it's just like, oh yeah, there's like some gold that we can get, which would be nice to like help us out, you know. It's not like weirdly creeping on people,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And
And,
go ahead.
and you saw their humanity in a way, too, when they were deciding about whether to leave or to like rescue the people during the village too.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I do like how it did kind of look into like the other side a bit, like
Mhm.
during the whole interrogation thing, and you know,
Mhm.
kind of the whole
Yeah.
about like bombs dropping on your village and stuff, and because that's something that's like even super relevant now with all
Yeah.
the drone stuff happening and people just like, you know, I always think about how, you know, oh, people get like so pissed off at like any one terrorist attack on, you know, even America, Europe, wherever, and it's like, yeah, that's a serious issue, but it's like at the same time, if that's how mad you get over one attack, imagine how mad you would be after years of another country bombing your home.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
then you can kind of understand why some people are just like, screw America, they're like monsters, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's
It's-
not to say that you agree with it, but you understand.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
understand where they're coming from.
And I also like the fact that, because I was worried at first that it would be like one of those things like how Dumb and Dumber they made fun of like stereotypes and all sorts of different, and they're very racist and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little bit afraid of that, but I'm glad it didn't go that route either.
Yeah, this was actually handled pretty decently.
Yeah, they didn't really have any. I can't think of really any sort of stereotype that they had. Pretty much for any of the characters, really.
I think there were a couple of scenes where someone like called out the someone else. I couldn't remember like any of the white guys' names for my life, but
some of the white guys called them like racist names. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was like someone who was like, so we call the Iraqis this, but we don't call the Saudi Arabians this or something.
Oh, yeah.
There was a line like that.
But that's not to say like the film is racist though, right?
Yeah,
'cause it's not.
Like you're portraying how people act during this time of like conflict and war.
Yeah, and again, it kind of portrayed it in a sort of negative way anyway. So
yeah,
it's definitely understandable, and it was pretty fair to everyone. I do like also how, again, with kind of going back to the interrogation scene, how I felt like kind of both characters understood each other in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because I feel like, you know, like a lot of films, they would have the bad guy, you know, give his speech, and like the good guy would understand, but the bad guy wouldn't, kind of. So yeah, good balance with that. I like the ending. I do think it's kind of funny. The whole thing where they like pretend that they're Saddam Hussein like driving up to the compound, and then everyone's like, "Shit, he's gonna kill us!"
That was actually a little bit funny.
That was actually kind of funny.
Oh crap, he's here to kill us.
Yeah. So there's that, but there's legitimately kind of some decently emotional stuff here too. It's not amazing, but it works. It's a film. I think the film works. I think it's overall. I'd say overall, I am glad I saw it. Would I see it again? Probably not. But
I wish they changed the beginning to fit the rest of the movie.
Yeah. The beginning definitely felt a little bit too off.
Douchebaggy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'd say overall it's positive, and I don't really know how to recommend it though.
No.
Like there's not
It's
like
not
a thing
really
where I'm
a
like, oh,
movie.
if you like this, then you'll like the movie. It's like, I don't know, you know. But I don't know.
I guess if you don't mind war stuff, sure. I don't even know because
it's not like super action heavy though either.
No,
Yeah,
I thought that it was going to be more action oriented too.
There's basically only kind of two scenes of it, which is the whole kind of climax part and
the village.
The village part, yeah. And even then, that's kind of broken up into small pieces.
I think that's kind of nice though. It's like you take a break from the whole like war thing where it's always like people shooting each other and stuff. But there was a decent amount of like dialogue and just talking and
it's more of a
like
character
kind of
study.
Yeah, a character-driven story rather than here's a bunch of pretty explosions, a la Michael Bay.
It is interesting though that this film did better than Fight Club.
Yeah.
Because it came out, again, as I said this last time, but it did come
right,
out the same month as Fight Club. And it's just interesting because, like, it made more money, and it's like, who remembers this film now, right? I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah,
and
I never
yet
heard
Fight
of it
Club
either.
is like, everyone knows Fight Club, right? So it's just kind of weird how that works.
We had the assumption that this was going to be a religious film because of the title 3 King.
Oh. Yeah, I had no idea. I remember. I think the problem is because we have like the movie posters for all these films, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason, the poster for Three Kings, like in my head, I think I confused it with another movie. So
really?
when I actually like looked it up to like do the thing, I was like, oh wait, it's like military. Oops! Like I totally thought of something else for some reason.
Wait, what did you think it was originally?
Well, I can't spoil it because that's a later movie we're doing.
You can tell us
afterwards.
Okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, decent. I think it's decent. I think overall
Decent,
it works.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wouldn't say there's anything that really stands out as really bad or anything that stands out as really good.
Yeah. Not really.
But it's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting seeing like the tone and the style that they went with and how they portrayed the events and the characters. Again, because it's very fair, right?
Yeah.
In terms of how it handles everything. Pretty much every character has like, you know, good choices and bad choices, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
So if you want to see it for that reason, let me put it this way: if the idea interests you, go ahead and watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's probably not going to be disappointing. But again, if you don't really care, then you're not like missing anything amazing. So
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
just if you want, go ahead. If you don't, then okay. Basically. I don't know. Is there anything else to add? I don't feel like that. I don't know.
I don't.
I think we pretty much covered the bulk of it.
Yeah.
That was worth talking about.
It's definitely on the better end of the okay films.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but leaning positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
As
this
opposed
small,
to
tiny
okay,
head
but leaning bad, which a couple of films ended up being that way.
Yeah. Well, the next one
the next
will
one.
pretty
I
much
think we
be
know.
guaranteed to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be interested to kind of see this movie again because I used to watch it a lot as a kid, but I haven't really seen it recently. So
Nor have I. And it'll be a certain someone's first time seeing it in full.
exactly.
Yes. So, you'll catch that next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.